Welcome to Spielberg for another exciting Formula One race. This circuit is renowned for its backdrop, surrounded by natural beauty, and it certainly is an idyllic destination for the Austrian Grand Prix. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of Turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Russell, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Albon, Bottas, Sargent, Magnussen, Gasly, Ocon, Hülkenberg, and Zhou Guanyu. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway and the track temperature looks warm, and that may or may not play into some of the team's hands in today's race. As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. You're leading the pack. That's P1. And Verstappen's behind. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps' time. All right, 16 laps to go. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.0 seconds. Verstappen behind you now. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. We think they've got 1 more stop. And the time last lap, 1:11.0. Oscar is out of the race. Yellow flag. Green flag. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. Final lap, push, push.
That's how we do it. Congratulations, guys. Incredible job all weekend.
And here he comes. It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One. Tickets for this one sold out in a matter of seconds, some for as much as $1 million. There's a massive interest in Formula One in the United States, so it's no surprise we have a third race in America. Welcome to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Well, tonight we go racing around the bright lights of Las Vegas, 3.8 miles under the Nevada night sky and thousands of neon lights. There are landmarks everywhere you look, punctuating the 17 corners and 2 DRS zones. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Norris, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Russell, Ocon, Hülkenberg, Gasly, Magnussen, Joe, Bottas, Sargent, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today. Anthony Davidson. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
The underbody's incurred critical damage at this point. There's damage to the underbody. Expect to feel significant effects in terms of performance. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, DRS is now available. You have critical damage to the floor, be careful. might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Just be warned, the underbody's showing heavy damage. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap. Gap to your teammate behind, 0.3 seconds.
we did well. Thanks guys, well done.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen. Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.